smells good. For breakfast this morning, I'm making sausage French toast roll-ups. If you're familiar with my page, you know that I've been making this for years. You've probably already seen it previously in my videos. First, what we're gonna do is make this chicken and maple breakfast sausage links. This is the one that I'm using by Applegate. Just spray your skillet or whatever you're using, just with a little bit of oil. All right. While the sausage is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and start washing some strawberries. Add some baking soda, just a little bit. And I'm gonna fill this up with water. All right, and I'm just gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes. I'm just going to flip the sausages. You wanna make sure you cook these sausages all the way through. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse the strawberries. I wish you guys could see how dirty this water is. The strawberries are nice and clean. They're sweet too. The sausages are almost done. While that's cooking, I'm having my protein chocolate chia pudding. I'm not gonna have any French toast because I'm working out after I make breakfast, and I just can't have too much food in my system before I work out because it makes me nauseous. And this is perfect. All right, the sausages are done. I'm just going to transfer them to a plate and just let them cool down. In the meantime, I'm just gonna make the mixture for the French toast into a bowl or dish. You'll need an egg, some milk, some cinnamon, and a little bit of vanilla extract. Here I have some bread. I'm just removing the crust. This is optional, just really preference. My kids don't like them. And also, please don't throw away your crust. I've made several videos on what to do with these leftover crusts. I'm just going to put the crust in this little baggie. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with them yet, but there are different ways, so many different ways of what you can do with some leftover crust. All right, now using a rolling pin, let me get rid of some of this crumbs. We're going to flatten the bread. Now this is very important so that it's pliable when you roll the sausage. And then you're going to place your sausage and just start rolling. Okay. Now use a fork and just press it down gently to seal it, just like that. And I'm just going to add a little bit of butter onto the griddle. All right, and now we're just going to dip each of the roll-ups into the egg and milk mixture. And when you're putting it on the griddle, be sure to put it seal side down. All right, these are done, and now we're ready to plate. And you know, French toast is not complete without a little bit of powdered sugar. And breakfast is ready. For lunch, I am making chicken lo mein. I'm gonna start by boiling some linguine. You can use whatever pasta or noodles that you have on hand. While the pasta is cooking, I'm just going to prepare the chicken. Here I have 1 boneless, skinless chicken breast. I'm just going to cut it into thin strips. Okay, to the chicken, I'm gonna add some soy sauce, a little bit of Chinese cooking wine. You can also use dry sherry, some garlic powder, onion powder, ginger powder, white pepper, and cornstarch. Alright, and now we're just going to toss combine. Alright, we're gonna set this to the side while we prepare the vegetables. For the vegetables, I've got some cabbage, celery, onion, and I also found a little piece of carrot in the fridge. I'm gonna go ahead and use that. In the sauce, we've got some chicken broth, soy sauce, oyster sauce, dark soy sauce, white pepper, a little bit of sugar, and some cornstarch. For their snack this afternoon, I'm gonna make them a smoothie. I have an orange, some spinach, mango, and I also have some frozen pineapple and frozen banana. First, I'm gonna just remove the skin from the orange. I'm going to blend the orange with the spinach first. For dinner tonight, I am making loaded cheeseburger baked potato. Here I've got some potatoes. I've already scrubbed them and rinsed them and washed them. They're nice and clean. And now I'm just going to spray some olive oil. Oh wait, you're supposed to do this before you add the olive oil, but I forgot. Now I'm just going to sprinkle some salt all over. I've got the oven to 400 degrees and I'm just going to bake this right on the rack for about an hour or so. While the baked potatoes are in the oven, I'm gonna get started with dessert. Now, I wasn't gonna make dessert tonight, but we're watching a movie and we just want some dessert. And plus, I've got these peaches. They are ready to be enjoyed. I'm making one of my favorite desserts ever, which is a fruit fool. Essentially, it's just fruits and you fold it in with sweetened whipped cream, and you can use strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. Today I'm using peaches, and I am going to cook them down a little bit just to make them even more soft. I can already hear the chatter in the comments. There's so much sugar in one day. I hear you, and I don't care. I'm just going to let the peach cool down. In the meantime, I'm gonna get started on the whipped cream. I placed this bowl in the freezer so that it can be super cold. This doesn't need to be super sweet, so I'm just gonna add about a tablespoon of powdered sugar. You can add more if you like, make it as sweet as you like. Cover, and you want to stick the whipped cream and the peach in the refrigerator. You want to make sure the peach is cold before you combine it. We're just going to do that after dinner. And now I'm going to get started on the ground beef. I'm going to dice up an onion and mince up some garlic. The baked potatoes are done, the ground beef is done, and now we are ready to assemble everything. I'm gonna go ahead and fix my kids' plates first. We are ready for our dessert. The peach is nice and cold. Into a smaller bowl, I'm going to combine some of the whipped cream with some of the peach, and I'm going to save the rest for tomorrow. That is so yummy. And that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Bye.